Secrets hidden in plain sight. Powers that move the world in the shadows. Questions no one dares to answer. Step beyond the matrix. Subscribe.
We have the insane running the insane asylum. They got us convinced that we need them. And the crazy part is they are servants. They done flipped the script and turned us into the servants, and they're the bosses. They are NPC servants, nothing more. Put them in their place where they belong. Those people don't give a damn about you, and they never will. It's a giant theater, and they're acting. Stop waiting on people on the outside to come and save you. There is no savior coming to save you. And when you realize that, your whole life is going to change.
AI is not your friend. I repeat, AI is not your friend. They're gearing up for something and implementing this technology for a reason. For one, it uses plasma in order to function. And if you didn't know, plasma is red is coursing through your veins, and it's the reason why they're setting up all of these plasma centers in the areas that they set them up in. And if you didn't know what plasma was capable of, let me cut to a short clip. And there's a reason why these supercomputers that AI runs off of needs fresh drinking water, and has used more drinking water than all of the bottled water companies in 1 year, while making Elon Musk billions of dollars in the process. Not only that, but this technology is being used and geared up for something. And if it's not apparent what that something is, let me cut to a clip that should just connect those dots easily for you.
This is one of the wildest things I have seen, and this is not your average robot. This is the Clone Alpha by Clone Robotics, and this contains all 206 bones that the human body contains. And
some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. People believing that they've been at Disney World with characters who are not Disney characters, taking photographs with those characters. Many of those products are hitting the market this year. They will be capable of doing is very high-level brain state reading. Things like, are you tired? Are you paying attention? Is your mind wandering? Are you happy or sad? One of the emerging areas that's really interesting in law neuroscience is pain detection. And once we understand the circuitries that cause pain, I guess the question is, could we then instill pain and use that in many coercive measures in the legal system as well? Every camera you walk past that is integrated with AI systems increasingly can decode mental states. It's kind of like the final piece of the puzzle.
It's kind of like the final piece of the puzzle.
I don't know what the heck is going on in the world right now, but if you instruct kids to paint a mural of the god of child sacrifice, this is just something that can't go unnoticed. This is a story that's trending all over X right now, and this is what it says. This is a school wall mural of Moloch, a satanic demon from Jenks Middle School in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. This mural was painted by children with guidance from a teacher and approval from an administrator. Moloch is the demon of child sacrifice. Jenks Middle School was and still is under the control of Angelica Infante Green, who is tasked with improving academic outcomes in Rhode Island. When parents complained, thank God the mural was painted over. And Pawtucket, Rhode Island probably sounds familiar to you if you've been watching some of my videos, because 2 days ago, a transgender person killed 3 people, including his son and his wife. And just take a look at the headline of the New York Post. It literally says, crazed Rhode Island hockey gunman had demons, alienated from family well before he became trans. It's very apparent that right now the spiritual warfare is alive and well, so just make sure you stay prayed up, because the headlines every single day are just bizarre.
Once you learn about adrenochrome, you'll never be able to watch Monsters Inc. again. Nah, for real. This whole movie was sick as fuck. It's literally about monsters going into kids' rooms to scare them to get adrenochrome, which is blood, when you terrorize a child. Nothing about this was funny. Nothing about this was cute. This is pure evil. This is sick. And they were putting this in our mind back then to desensitize us. This is why now nobody's doing anything with the Jeffrey Epstein shit now that they admitted that they're eating kids, drinking their blood. You want to know why? Because they put this out there years ago and desensitized us. Now it's like, oh, it's nothing. You want to know why? Because this went into our subconscious mind, people. You have a subconscious mind and a conscious mind. They put this in our subconscious mind to normalize it. Basically, you're living in a spell, so wake the fuck up. They're programming us through entertainment, people. And it's like, you can't even be shocked because the Disney logo is really Jeffrey Epstein's freaking island shit. So it's like, you really can't win with this shit. They're putting it all in our face. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?
Hold on, guys. The Epstein files are getting way too much attention. Cue the psyop.
It's been 2 weeks since...
Wait, no, not that one. It's not working. Plan B, aliens.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
So that was President Barack Obama a few days ago, and today rumors are swirling that Trump is going to make a speech about aliens. Watch this.
Round that I think he's actually said, I think my father-in-law's actually said it, that there is some speech that he has that I guess at the right time, and I don't know when the right time is, he's going to break out and talk about, and it has to do with maybe some sort of extraterrestrial life, so to speak.
If there's anything we've learned from the files, it's that they're all in on it. People on the left and the right. So it makes sense that these elites would be working together to make sure they're distracting you from it. Allegedly. But don't listen to me. I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Once again, I have found the FBI Disclosure 2007 PDF file symbols. And you guys won't guess where it is this time. Now, if you pay attention to where it says organ donors, look at the symbol right there. You see it? There it is again. You guys, how does that symbol keep coming up? Now this time, it has to do with organ donating. You can't make this shit up, you guys, because it really makes you wonder why they press you to be an organ donor in the first place. Black market, anybody? Now, if you guys have seen my other videos where the FBI disclosure showing the PDF file symbols, that's literally what it looks like, and it's all over the place. Now we see it's linked to possibly, allegedly, organ donors. Totally makes sense. Also, you guys see that in the Epstein files now, it's not only just the trafficking, but if you look into Zorro Ranch and what he was doing there, it's a whole black market, crazy experiments going on with organs and all kind of stuff. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below.
Oh yeah, pay attention. We went crazy on this one.
We're late, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. I don't want to push it. Back down.
Satanists in our reality are drinking the blood because this adrenaline gives them a kind of a high. It's like a drug to them. But the reason that they have such a focus on children, which I came across a long time ago now, is because for some reason these entities want a child's energy before puberty.
As your attorney, I advise you to take a hit out of the little brown bottle in my shaving kit. Just a tiny taste.
What is this?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Well, Jerry, what's the damage?
We make our quota today, sir.
First time in a month.
And it's always pounding at the walls. It's these little guys, these little heathens with no soul downstairs with horns on their head with a battering ram. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track. With a lot of this stuff, that some of your worst nightmares were real at the time, and you think,
the Epstein files are being used to create the new system, to create a new world for them. Think about it. They have had these files for centuries, for decades. Why would they willingly come out now and throw themselves under the bus? Think about it. They're abandoning ship in ways we're not even conscious of. They are trying to make the world destroy the old structure so a new one can rise. One that's run by AI. One that isn't run by these pedophile elites, even though they're the ones creating it. The Epstein files is literally all a distraction to destroy the old system and create a new one. That's why they're releasing all this shit. A new world, a digital world, an AI world where AI controls it all, not the elites. At this point, you guys need to question everything. Everything. I mean, if it wasn't obvious before, you guys should never trust all these, corporations, institutions, elites, governments with anything. Anything. They come out with a cure for cancer immediately after the Epstein files get leaked. Question it. The president got assassinated. Question it. This person's resigning from office. Question it. This celebrity's getting arrested. Question it. Question all of it. It's deeper. Why would they because think about it. Why would the swordsmith stab himself with his own creation? Why would they take themselves in? Why would they throw themselves and expose themselves like that? It's because they're preparing us for something worse, far scarier. And this is merely a distraction that they had to use. Stop blindly believing what they give you, because mind you, they've had these files forever. Why are they just now choosing to release them in 2026? Why now? They've had these files since the 90s, 80s, decades. Why now? Think about it, man. They're preparing for something much scarier. They don't give a fuck anymore. They don't care. They're burning it all down. They're taking it all down and birthing something new. Because that's how power structures work. One has to crumble for a new one to rise. And the new one that rises is usually worse than the previous, or it repeats itself. Because history always repeats itself unless the people take a stand. So that's what I think, man. I think the Epstein files is a cover-up for something much worse on the way. Because why are they just now exposing themselves like that? Think about it.
The reason Justin Bieber has so many issues is because Selena is no longer here with us. This is what the theory says, so this is a story. Selena Gomez is no longer with us because her and Justin allegedly had a baby, and that baby is supposedly Rain Disick, who is Kourtney Kardashian's kid. Because Hollywood is weird, they were saying that they have to give up the baby, but Selena said, don't give up the baby, just give up me instead. Which is why Selena doesn't really look like herself, and she doesn't act like herself. I thought she just got jaw surgery, but she doesn't even talk like herself anymore. Therefore, they gave the baby up to Kourtney Kardashian, allegedly. Justin Bieber's most passionate performance was at the VMAs in 2021. Everyone in the audience, like all the celebrities, were like really upset, and Jaden Smith even looked like he was crying. It was a very emotional performance because allegedly they knew what happened to Selena. And then others said, well, why wasn't Hailey that upset? It's because allegedly Hailey knows what also happened, so she kind of just lets Justin be when it comes to his emotions and feelings towards his ex. If you compare baby photos of Selena, take a good look how she looks as a child, and Justin, I mean, they kind of do, like, put together, they kind of do look like Rain Disick. I don't know. So in Justin's song for Ghost, the line is, I know you crossed a bridge that I can't follow. And then supposedly Selena also had a song called A Year Without Rain, but it was spelled R-A-I-N, not R-E-I-G-N. After Selena got the kidney, transplant thing, her and her friend who donated the kidney did not, they just stopped talking, and maybe it's because her friend knew that that wasn't really Selena anymore. I don't know, bro. This is just alleged. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is all over my For You page. What do you think?
A new investigation has been launched into Jeffrey Epstein's ranch in New Mexico. Zorro Ranch is a place that not many people have been talking about, despite it being mentioned in the Epstein files over 4,200 times, and there are some allegations of horrific things. For example, an anonymous email was sent by someone claiming to be a staffer in Zorro Ranch, and they alleged that 2 foreign girls were buried by the orders of Epstein and Madame G. And to put this in perspective, this property is 7,600 acres. What we do know is that survivors came forward saying that they were abused at this ranch, and according to the files, masseuses were flown in. This property had a landing strip and a helipad. The person who owns this property now is Texas businessman and politician Donald Hafines. He bought this in 2023 and confirmed that the proceeds from this purchase went to the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. He also said that he will fully cooperate with this investigation. He has now renamed the property, but if we get more information on this investigation, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated.
YouTube just had a worldwide outage, and that should make you uncomfortable. People opened the app and received this error message. Refreshed it, same thing. Closed it out, reopened it again, and it still was down. But here's what happened. You had thousands of users experiencing this outage at the same time. We're talking about the United States, Europe, parts of Asia. This wasn't just your Wi-Fi. This was platform-wide. Now remember, YouTube has over 2.5 billion users. That doesn't just accidentally shut off. Think about this. Creators losing money by the minute. Live streams instantly cut off. Businesses running ads, they're frozen. New channels broadcasting, silenced. YouTube is owned by Google, and Google holds every last bit of our information. So if YouTube can go down, that means Google can go down. Google runs infrastructure for governments, corporations, military contracts. But when a platform this big blinks out at once, that's not a kid tripping over a cord. It's either a serious internal failure or something external hit it. Cyber attack, server overload, deliberate testing. Let's be honest. When was the last time YouTube just vanished? And here's the part nobody is talking about. YouTube is information flow. It controls narrative. It controls monetization. It controls visibility. Now switch that off, and billions of voices go silent instantly. That's what you call power. Now you gotta ask yourself this. Was that random, or was this a reminder? Pay attention.
Just check this out. We had the solar eclipse, Jesse Jackson died, Ramadan just started, the year of the horse just started, and today is Ash Wednesday. The energy on this planet is so heavy. It's a lot going on. Do you want to be Christian? Do you want to celebrate the solar eclipse? Do you want to mourn Jesse Jackson's death? Do you want to be Muslim? Or do you want to celebrate the year of the fire horse? It's a lot going on, like I said. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. When you celebrate Ash Wednesday and you put an X on your forehead, no, not X. I mean a cross on your forehead, you just blocked out your pineal gland. I know. They said it was a cross, but it's really an X if you turn it sideways. Ashes made from burning their previous life. So you gotta burn your old life to get a new life by putting ashes on your forehead or the top of your... Okay, I got you. Which is connected to Palm Sunday. You know, palm is the anagram for lamp. They call it Palm Sunday because your life is written on the palm of your hand. When you walk the right path, you become enlightened, or the lamp. Every person you meet in your life is written on your hands. Your arguments, your debates, your failures, your success, your addresses, the job you work, when you live, when you die. Your left palm represents your destinies. Your right palm represents your destination. Religion is so deep. They even had people walking around saying that they're sheep. A sheep? Why would you want to be a sheep? Why would you want to wait around for someone else to come and save you from the sins you committed? By the way, they said Jesus died for our sins. But when I look at the world, I still see a lot of sin going on. So how did he die for sin if people are still committing sin? You cannot have a real conversation with someone because they are sheeps. They don't want to be spirits. They don't want to be people. They want to be sheeps. People can't see the world for what it is because they just marked out their own pineal gland. This is like a blockage. So let me ask you this question again. Do you want to focus on this, Or do you really want to understand how this reality works so you can better yourself and the people you love? It rained for 40 days, 40 nights. Now people are about to do a 40-day fast. Number 4 is so powerful because it represents the square or the trap. If you look at your cell phone, you have 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners, and 4 corners. That's the trap. If you walk inside of your house, you notice everything is 4 corners. Number 4 also represents the catch-22. 2 plus 2, 4.
We can all see what's happening here in the sky, right? So how can they get away with altering nature right in front of our very eyes, whilst we enter a collective dystopia and act like human cyborgs staring at screens? Well, it's actually quite simple. They understand that human beings are not driven by logic. Primarily, we're not. We're driven by subconscious desires, fears, social belonging, social status, identities. So they know that if our attention is constantly fragmented, our consciousness is fragmented, and then we can't object, we can't strategize. Edward Bernays understood this over a century ago. He was labeled the father of propaganda. He brainwashed people into believing cigarettes was healthy. He called them the torches of freedom. He knew that the way to shape human behavior was not to argue with logic. It was to engineer perception by fragmenting people's attention. And that's how you manufacture consent. Oh, and by the way, Edward Bernays' nephew is Mark Randolph, the founder of Netflix. So it's like a vicious cycle of distraction, manipulation, and psychological warfare.
The whole COVID thing was to eradicate poor people. You're poor people. I'm poor people. They want us dead. It was to see how willing you'll put on your mask and put in whatever they put in your body without questions. COVID was planned. I tried to tell you. I always try to tell you. You never fucking listen. Now's your chance. We need to listen and we need to march together. Everybody. I mean black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Native, Arab. It doesn't matter what religion, what country you're from, what you represent, how you find God, if you're gay or straight. We need to band together and march right now. Me and you. This is our chance.
The animals that we do eat are the very animals that turn us into the animals that they want us to be. Easiest way to get into people's heads, to get into their minds, dumb them down, and produce what I call chattel and sheeple. This is why the Jews and the Muslims will not eat swine, simply because if they're dumb enough to eat swine and become a swine, because you are what you eat, that's how they've turned humanity into swine. They give you beef so that you can be a chattel, part of their property. They give you mutton so you can be a sheeple. They give you fish so you can be in the element of water, ignorant. The Egyptians never ate fish because they said, well, why? We become stupid when you eat fish, because they're dumb. They come from an element which is unknown to us. We don't operate in that element, so we shouldn't eat from that element. Rabbits make you a rabbit, run like a rabbit. Chicken so you can be chicken-livered coward. Goat so they can make you a sacrificial goat and a scapegoat. This is all done deliberately, and not only have they genetically modified all the breeds that we recognize, the Roman elite, they hybridized the wild hog with human DNA and made the pink conventional pig that we have out of human DNA. It's the lowest, absolutely the lowest form of food you can eat. So very important to modify what you eat.
Everything in this room is eatable. Even I'm eatable. That is called cannibalism, my dear children.
It's man devouring man, my dear. And who are we to deny it in here?
Remember the movie Men in Black where they erased your memory and send you back home? Well, that's a real thing, and Epstein was all over it. In multiple emails, he's referring to a plant called Angel's Trumpet, which contains scopolamine, and here's what it does. No more free will, memory loss, and hallucinations. In other words, you do what you're told, and you won't remember it. Historically, this drug was used by the CIA for mind control experiments like MKUltra. Epstein even said in an email that it can be blown in the face of a passerby, and within minutes, that person is under the effect. In Colombia, they call it the devil's breath. Vice made a whole documentary explaining how tourists got robbed and raped using that drug. There's also a movie called Blink Twice that tells the story of women going to a billionaire's island and given that drug through a perfume before being raped. Hollywood is always telling us, but just like adrenochrome, we're taking it as entertainment and not paying attention. Even Ariana Grande said in a clip that they wiped out her memory. That's not a coincidence. And as long as the DOJ keeps ignoring the names we see in the emails, makes no significant arrest, and keeps protecting these pedophiles, we can only assume that our government is either completely blackmailed or run by pedophiles. Either way, their time is coming to an end.
Straight from the underworld, coming for the underground.
We all know reptilians are controlling the world, but now what's the solution? Now we're about to dive deep. So it said that bells were removed all over the world because the frequencies they emitted interfered with vibrational patterns or frequencies that reptilian shapeshifters relied upon to disguise themselves as humans. People, you see, reptilians use a certain frequency to hide from us, and we can't see past the light, the vibration of the light. We only see 10% of what's going on. There's like a whole shit ton of shit going on that we can't see with our plain eyesight. The bells release a certain sound that doesn't allow them to stay in their shape. Literally, bells were everywhere all over the world, and not just regular bells, huge ones, certain type of metal, like it let off a certain sound that literally could heal your body and heal the planet. Again, thousands of these bells were removed from Europe. Why? They also showed us in movies.
Is there something that superstar LeBron James knows that we don't know? And why do I say that? Because a reporter was discussing his future with him. As we all know, LeBron is getting close toward retirement and may have a couple of good years left in him. But when he was asked the question, he had the strangest response to a basketball question. If you haven't seen this video, take a look at this for yourself.
You still have the same uncertainty about next year? Do you have an inkling of what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I want to live.
I want to live.
When I know, you guys know. I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to live.
And like I said in my opening, that's a basketball question. Standard meteor questions asking the king, LeBron James, before the second half of the season gets back into swing. What are your plans for next year? I just want to live. Why would you answer something like that? That has nothing to do with basketball. And why do I phrase it like that? Because, you know, when you're asked a question like that, you could have said it's up to my family. Let's see how I feel, how my body is. You know, I've played a lot of years. I've won a lot of championships. And if I hang it up, we all know he's a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. But all he said was, I want to live. So I guess my question to you is, what do you think LeBron James meant by the statement, I just want to live? Was he just being hypothetical, blowing off the reporter? Maybe to negotiate another contract somewhere else? Or is there something that we're missing here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
This reality we live in is nothing but a computer simulation. A hologram. We hear scientists say this all the time, but they never explain what this hologram really is and where did it come from. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. We need water for everything because water is the simulation or the hologram. Yes, we live in a water world that's an organic form of technology. Technology we don't understand yet, but we need it. The people that control this world, they understand this really well. They understand that every time we have a thought, feeling, emotion. It's like a water drop falling in our reality. It causes ripple effects. We see the water drop hit the water and we watch the ripples go out, but we never see the ripples come back. Some people might want to call it karma. What you do in life will always come back. This is the water drop, your thought. Why do you think they always want you to pay a water bill, a rent bill, a phone bill, a food bill, a medical bill? Sometimes we get so mad, stressed out that we start crying. Remember, we live in a water world. Your tears is like water drops hitting the ocean. When you control your emotions, you control your environment. Your environment is the matrix or your physical body. Never forget that the mind is connected to the water world. My mind is your mind. Your mind is your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your enemy, your best friend. We are all sharing the same mind because it's nothing but a water field. Our emotions is water. Currency, energy. When you open your third eye, you will start to see the reality like this. Everything is connected. Everything. This hologram is nothing but a pixel or a big ass picture. We cannot see the picture because we think we are separate. No. This planet really look like this. When you see water, it really look like this. Pretty soon, we're going to have a global awakening where people will see what's really going on. Not just one person, not just chosen people, but the whole world will understand that this universe is a hologram that's made out of organic water. This water don't move. The only time they move is when you have a thought. That's why they say meditation is all about controlling your thought or silencing your mind. Everyone is listening to you. Your thoughts are not private. But what did the people do that control this world? They made the internet. The internet is now exposing all of our private thoughts. Frequency, vibration, and connection. If you don't have a strong vibration, you cannot connect. And when you look at the world, it's nothing but chaos. Well, that chaos is just static or black and white traveling through the ocean or the universe. We are not here right now, just projections.